guys. Sean Hammond with PremierGuitar.com. We're Winter NAMM 2015, talking to Brian, the PRS Guitars booth. We're backstage. We got a nice little area, some nice lighting instead of that harsh stuff out on the floor. Brian, you guys have 3 cool new guitars. Well, you have a lot of stuff here that's cool, but we're focusing on some brand new stuff here.
Yeah, so we've got the P245. That is the single cut standard on the S2 line, which is new to this year. There's a couple new standard solid mahogany guitars in the S2 line, and then the anniversary version of the Custom 24 that we're going to also look at.
So the P245 here is unique for a couple of things, the bridge and the pickups largely, right?
Well, the bridge, the pickups, and the scale length. This bridge has been on the P22 and the P24, which are very similar to the Custom 22 and Custom 24, but offering the LR Baggs PRS designed piezo element. So electronically, this is very similar to the P22, with the exception of the pickups, but in the shorter scale. And
24 and a half.
Yes, correct. So it's more vintage inspired in the as far as the guitar goes, but with the modern twist of adding kind of the acoustic sounds that you can blend into it. The controls are similar to the P22 and 24, different than most of the single cut guitars with the 4 knobs. This is a electric volume. It actually depends on which jack is plugged in. If you're just using a single jack, this is a master volume. This is the volume for the acoustic output, the piezo output, and a tone, which is push-pull to do a coil split on the pickups. This 3-way toggle switch also gives you another option to go between electric-only output, blended, and acoustic output. So if you want to set your volumes as you want it, you can change that way, or what I like to do is I keep it in the center, and then I can use these to blend in different amounts. So it really just depends on what works for you. There's different ways to get it.
Now, when we came in on the video, you had both the piezo and the magnetic pickups going, right?
Correct. I was, blending it. So right now we have it just run into 2 separate amps. The piezo element is running into a clean amp. We're running the electric side into the new Archon 20, which is also new. The Archon line's been around, but now the new 20-watt combo, which is also switchable to half power, just like all the Archons. So that's running into the lead channel of that side. And I was using just the volume controls to blend it. Right now, the way I have it hooked up, since they're running split, obviously you can run the piezo side out into an acoustic amp, straight into a PA, however you want.
or whatever. Now let's talk about the pickups a little bit, because these are new models, right? 5815s?
Yeah, the 2 new pickups for this year are the 5815s and the 8515s. They're similar in design. The 5815s are covered. The 8515s are not. And due to that and just 1 or 2 other things just about the design of the pickups, these are going to be a little darker, a little more vintage inspired again. The
58 is supposed to sort of hint at 1958, that style of an early Path humbucker type sound.
Exactly, right. And then the 85 represents the year Paul started and, the pickups that he was designing for those early guitars.
And are those called like HFS vintage or something back then?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So he's as he does with all his instruments, he's constantly, tweaking and trying to achieve that tone that he's been hearing in his head, and really these new pickups. I personally, the 5815s are some of my favorite pickups I've ever played. So they're available in this guitar. The 8515s are new to the Custom 24 anniversary. And you can find those in a couple, but for the Custom 24s, the anniversary is the only one that comes with the 8515s.
Cool. How about we hear a couple more different pickup selections and blends on here, and then maybe move on to those?
Sure. I'm going to start off with something with just the acoustic sound, and then I'll kind of slowly blend in some electric tones with it. Okay, and then we'll listen to the electric tones by itself so you can hear these pickups.
lot of versatility in there.
Yeah, and you can tell, like, even just using a straight acoustic sound, but just dialing in just a touch of clean electric, it just adds like some more body and warmth. So using it in a live situation, which usually if I'm playing something like this live, even going for an acoustic sound, a lot of times just dialing in a little bit of an electric just to fill it up,
Some body.
especially in a band situation, So, and let me play just a second of just the electric, the magnetic pickups by themselves, so you can hear the 58 15s. And this is coil splittable too, so.
So yeah, to split them, you just pull out the tone knob.
Yeah, tone pot. Yeah, so and pretty much everything in the S2 line is like that too. All the tone pots pull to coil split, and with this particular the single cut that has the 4-knob configuration, both tone knobs are individually splittable, so you can do like a single coil neck with a full humbucker on the bridge, or vice versa.
Hey Brian, so I'm sure people are wondering how much these go for. So this one is
This one streets for $3,600.
and then the S2.
The S2 streets for $1,200, and again, that's made right in Maryland, the same factory as the core models too.
And then the custom 24.
The anniversary 24 is $3,300.
Sweet. Brian, where can people go online to find out more about these guitars and everything else you guys do?
PRSguitars.com has tons of information on the whole product line, what's new, all the signature models, the amps and the acoustics, the basses that are all coming out, and new stuff this year and scheduled throughout the coming year. There's a lot of exciting new stuff coming out.
Awesome. Thanks for taking the time to let us hear this stuff and take a look at it. And thank you guys for watching. I'm Sean Hammond for PremierGuitar.com.